Well, I accidentally deleted my White Lotus review. Lord, guys. No, it sucked because as soon as the season was over, and if you've seen this season, obviously this is going to be spoilers. If you've seen the season, you know how underwhelming it was. So I finished it a la my Brutalist review. As soon as it was done, I got the fuck up and I started filming. And the energy was good in it, and I said everything that I think, and I literally just accidentally deleted it. So here's a recap, and I might tack on a MICKEY17 review at the end of this because more time has passed. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I still enjoyed it. It's still good TV week to week, and honestly, even at the end. But let's be honest, because I've been like physically mad while watching shows before. I wasn't. I was still interested, and I was, but let's start with the Ratliff family. Here's what I would have done. I've talked here before about how rewriting a whole section of the thing is just because that's what you would have done isn't exactly a good critique. It's more about seeing what is there and maybe little things here and there. However, with this one, I think it's a bit different because, anyways, Jesus Christ, no one cares, but this is what I would have done. I would have, and I thought this was the direction they were going. Piper goes to the monastery. Lachlan says, "Can I come?" They go. He loves it. He wants to join, as in the show. On the meantime, on the backside, and Piper's she's not mad. In fact, they might have an incest plotline too. In fact, I was mad I didn't get more incest. I wanted it all. Because it's crazy and because it's interesting and because they teased it. Fuck off. They fucking teased it, and they teased it a bit before, but I wanted him to do a double hitter. I wanted him to be a full-blown incestuous sex criminal. Sorry. And then in the background, Saxon is reading books, talking to Chelsea, becoming one a little bit almost. He's kind of, having his own journey. Lachlan and Piper are going to stay out the rest of their vacation at the meditation center. Saxon gets home after a day at the beach, and Parker Posey goes, "You need to go down there and talk some sense into your brother and your sister if she's not too far gone." Saxon goes down, gets converted too. All three siblings are there. Parker Posey's like, "Tim, you need to go down there and talk to them." Of course, we know that Lucius Malfoy is not in a good headspace, and the same thing will happen, and sort of he talks to the monk, and he's like, and then he stays. And then it's just Parker Posey, and she's like, "What the hell has gotten into everybody?" And then either something else will happen, or Tim will give her the talk and be like, "We don't got no money." And then she's gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? This suits me." And then and then the whole family, so they're gonna and they're never gonna get their phones back. They completely drop all their belongings and they stay in Thailand and they denounce all worldly possessions. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. And they do it as like a pride thing. They don't actually, some of them might, but it's a pride thing because they don't want to go back and have to live like that and have the shame of the Western living with nothing. So they're like, "No, I actually chose to live with nothing. It's really good for me." I think that would have been hilarious. And I totally thought that's what happened. And then in the end it didn't. And I was like, here's the thing. When it didn't happen, let's try and wrap this up a little because I could talk all day, right? This is my dolly. When he started to poison the whole family with the pina coladas, I was so into that. I was like, let's fucking go, let's get crazy. And then he smacked them out of their hand and said, "Never mind." And I was like, okay. And then Lachlan started drinking and I went, "Oh!" And then he didn't die either. And I was like, "Oh." And then they're on the boat and he said, "Guys, I have something to tell you." How many fucking hours of my life? For that? Come on, bruh. I was mad about that. And I think it was funny how the plotline of the monastery, Piper was like, "No, I think I do need to," like, I think that's funny. But in general, flop. the three girls, the three ladies, they're cool. I like that they made up in the end, honest to God. However, I don't love how the highest point of conflict between them was that one slept with another person's man. I thought it would be a lot more intrapersonal and catty. I like the cattiness, but I wanted the talking shit. I thought that would be the something. And she just slept with Valentine. I was like, okay. No, I liked that it happened because it was very much reminiscent of a larger issue in Jacqueline's personality. And, you know, it's not, you know, whatever. Belinda and Zion I'm skipping for the most part. However, I would like at a later season for Belinda to come back and be the new Tanya in a way of like money ruined her. I think that would be cool. I don't think that can happen that late in life, honestly. Like she just seems like a normal person, but I could very much imagine her going dark. And then last but not least, the reason I turned on the camera. Chelsea face down. Face down in the water. The back of her head, bro. And let me tell you, I don't hate that she and him died. She said herself, he is pain and she is hope, and one of us is gonna win. And it was doomed from the start. We saw how he was acting with her. We saw how little every time someone showed him a smidgen of love, he went, no. Of course, when you stay with a man like that, you're gonna get dragged down. When you stay with a violent, outburst, repressed, weird guy, you're gonna get dragged down. And it sucks and it's sad, but... So I don't hate that happened, but whatever. It was truly just the last shot of in the water. He was like, no. And then in the end, he's like, and she's fucking face down. Honestly, I was like, that she deserves a bit more respect as a character it wasn't just that he was on this journey with his father and all this stuff and then he ended up getting his lady love killed. Bro, it's fucking deeper than that. She also was there and she was, you know, trying so hard and then in the end, she got fucking killed. And it's like, it just, the fact that she was face down in the end and the fact that he was like, no, and she was like, it seemed so much that she was fucking Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like, she was the glimmer of hope that got taken away from him. Oh, taken away from him. How sad. She got taken away from herself. The woman was murdered. The woman named Chelsea was murdered. She was a beautiful brown bird flying, and this fucking guy, who she loved, and that's the tragic part, was a chain weighing her down, and she got killed because of it. And they did not give her the respect she deserves. She was a footnote in the tragedy of Rick. How could I have been so blind? You were giving me love the whole time. Oh, I really did it this time. Fuck you. And I love Walton Goggins. Oh my God. Jenna calls him Walter Goggle. And I think of him like that too. Really sad. Quickly, guy talk. The whole thing was stupid. The whole robbery thing, it was just so inconsequential. This whole season was underwhelming and inconsequential. And, you know, but like, I kind of don't love how when I was watching the show and he was like driving Sritada and he had the sunglasses on, I was like, oh, big man, got the job. But then I was like, wait a second, he actually had a moment of revelation with his religion and how he was like, nonviolence is not the way. What am I doing with my life? And then in the end, he got money because he killed someone. It's so Americanized, and you could make it's not actually American because everyone does that. They kill people to get money. But honestly, it seemed a little sad and gross. And I wish that if they were to do that, they should have phrased it a bit more like a tragedy. Like he fully gave in and he fully, you know, like he sold his soul to be with the girl, and like maybe some last shot where he's like doing it, but then in his eyes, you see he's dead behind his eyes or something. Because the fact that he's like, haha, I won. Like I got the job. I got the girl. It's like, I don't know if the Buddha would have liked that, bro. And I don't know shit about the Buddha. Him and I never met. I follow him on Instagram. What's the last one I wanted to talk about? Oh, just, oh, what's his name? Rick's friend. He's an actor. I can't remember. Yeah, he's an actor. I can't remember his name. Sam Rockwell. Once again, that one would have been funny if he actually did fall off the wagon and if Rick's actions had consequences. But then in the last thing, he's like, oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, the whole thing just seemed kind of whack. But do y'all agree? I feel like the Ratliff family should have all gone to the monastery. That would have been hilarious. And I think... not a lot else. Not a lot else, honestly. Yeah. Oh, MICKEY17. Well, okay, it's quick. I have lots of feelings in general, but is it just me? And I haven't read anything. Is it just me, or is this movie a complete call to arms for a suicide bomber to take out Trump? I don't know if I can say that word on YouTube, but when you think about it, it's this idea of an expendable. And there's a few expendables, but one is like hard as fuck. One has like a heart and a girlfriend. He's like, oh, I don't really want to, as much as I might be expendable, like I'm trying to make it, I'm just nervous. And then this other guy's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, I don't know, am I crazy? Like, it's kind of like, if you feel that way, do us all, save us all, and strap up to your chest and kill Mark Ruffalo as Donald Trump. Am I crazy? That's so what as soon as the movie turned off, I was like, in the wake of Mangione, right? Like, that's what I think. I guess that's it. Have a really nice night. I love you so much. Wish me luck later. I'm gonna dress up as Batman and try and save some kids later tonight, but don't tell anyone. So wish me luck on that.